The lineup for this year's Calypso Finals has been announced. The Minister for Agriculture reassures the National Abattoir is on track, and Child Fund Caribbean to launch a pilot program at 2 of Dominica's schools. I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. The details coming up.
Cashwiz is the one-of-a-kind pawn shop in Dominica. We'll trade all your old and used appliances for cash, grant loans applicable to the value of your vehicle and other appliances. A community service-oriented organization actively involved in building communities and empowering the young, while partnering with social groups for nation building. So come to Cashwiz Dominica on the corner of Stibble Street and St. Johnson's Avenue, Pottersville, Roseville. Call us today at 440-5555. Check us out on Facebook or email dominica@cashwiz.com.
Trust me, fellas, HIV is for real. Don't take chances, it's not worth it. Use a condom every time, fellas. The choice is yours, don't take chances. I play it safe. I use a condom every time. You should as well.
C'est la vie nous. It's our life. It's a real mass in Dominica. Savor the real spirit of festivity. Revel in the intrigue of a masquerade band. Delight in the glitz and glamour of the parades. The royalty of pageantry. The camaraderie of fetes. Come alive to the musical rhythms of Dominica's Lapo Cabaret. So is bouillon music you want? Let the bouillon captivate your mind, body and spirit. And oh, that sweet, sweet sound of the calypso beat moving you. Let's go. Join us. Give in to the captivating pool of the sights, sounds, tastes, and smells of the real mass. Oh yes, it's Mass Dominic. It's here. It's our life. It's a real Mass 2015. C'est la vie nous. Dominica's Carnival, brought to you by the Government of Dominica, the Discover Dominica Authority, and Platinum Partner Line.
Celebrate the mass with trading at Courts. Need to spruce up outdated and old products this carnival? Well, trade in your old item for something brand new at Courts and get up to $400 cash discount. The more you spend, the greater the cash discount. Offer applies to both cash and credit purchases, but shop on credit and pay absolutely nothing until Easter with purchases 24 months and over. We'll even haul away the old item when we deliver the new. So don't wait. Shop today and enjoy the mass with Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
The right room temperature is essential for a good night's sleep, and your broken AC unit is making matters worse. You toss and turn all night, and fanning is not the answer. It's time to end your nightmare. Come to Tong Refrigeration Center at Foncollet, where we meet all your air condition needs. Tong Refrigeration Center also provides a range of parts, including circuit boards, compressors, capacitors, coil, gas, and more. Visit Tong Refrigeration Center at Foncollet today. Now you can sleep in comfort.
All 10 Calypso finalists now know in what order they will perform at the final. Here's more. On Tuesday, telecommunications company Lime hosted a draw for the Calypsonians at the Calypso House. The Calypsonians were required to randomly select a tablet provided by Lime, turn it on and open a photo app in which they saw the number assigned to them. The Bob will open the competition. He chose number 1. Piki will perform at number 2. The only female Calypsonian in the final, Stingray at number 3, Caressa number 4, Buple at number 5, Newcomer the Professor at number 6, King Dice number 7, Black Diamond number 8, Jammer B at number 9, and Daddy Chess will perform at number 10. Lime, of course, is a major sponsor of the show. General Manager of the company, Jeffrey Baptiste, has suggested that the Dominica Calypso Association recognize the need to market the Calypso product.
There must be, in my view, a number of hours spent every year in conceptualizing songs and writing and getting to the studio to record, that I think it's an injustice to allow that piece of work to dissipate and disappear once 10 o'clock comes around on Carnival Tuesday and everybody goes back to a world where Calypso does not exist from Ash Wednesday. I think we have to do a lot better than that. And I think given the strong appetite for your product, I think it's a question of how much do you present the product? How well do you present the product to not just the Dominican population, but a regional population, an international population with Caribbean people who will continue throughout the year, month on month, to have a strong appetite for your product?
In other news, the Honorable Minister for Agriculture says plans for a national abattoir are still on stream. Channel 5 visited the abattoir project in March 2014 and it was due to have been completed 3 months later. We went back there Tuesday where we saw work ongoing on the road network. Clearly there is still work to be done and the Minister for Agriculture has assured us that the project is on track. Johnson Drago says there were some challenges with the contractors, but this is being addressed or ironed out as quickly as possible.
The project for the expansion of the pork and poultry sector in keeping with the mandate for the abattoir is definitely on, and we will eventually have a very successful abattoir project for the Commonwealth of Dominica.
The National Abattoir is being built through a grant from Venezuela. The abattoir will comprise separate slaughterhouse for pig and poultry and an administrative building. Upon completion, 50 pigs and 4,000 birds are expected to be slaughtered at the facility daily. And event organizers and other users of music are being warned to obtain copyright clearance before playing music, especially as the country is into the carnival season.
They are being advised to seek a public performance license through the Eastern Caribbean Copyright Organization or face the risk of a heavy fine. Head of ECHO, Steve Etienne of St. Vincent told Channel 5 News, the body will continue to be a watchdog of music copyright infringement.
If you are the owner of a song, if you have written a song, you have property rights, which means that you obviously need to make a living from your creation. And sorry, as you can imagine, if Rihanna's song is played in heavy rotation, then royalties have to be collected and paid to her. And this is what ECHO is all about. If our music is played in the United States, in France, then we expect, through our reciprocal agreements with those other organizations, we expect them to send the royalties to us to the benefit of our local members. That's how it's worked. What McCarthy is doing is acting as an agent to ensure that clearances are obtained, which is the law.
ECHO acts as a middleman between those who create music and those who want to play it.
Without ECHO, without a McCarthy Marine, there is no one who can fulfill that central position as a go-between between the writers and the music users. And of course the law demands that you must get permission before you use music, just like any other property.
Likewise, show organizers must pay for a license to host an event in which ECHO artists are scheduled to perform. Triple K and Ophelia Olivachi Marie have assigned their music rights to the organization.
The law of the land, the law of the region, the law of the world says that before you can use music in public, you need permission. So therefore, we license music users. We license music users for a particular fee. For example, if you are a radio station, we have a license rate of 2.5% of your revenue. If you're television or audiovisual, we charge you 1.625 of your revenue. That is to give you a blanket license to play virtually all the music in the world.
And lawyers for 3 siblings of Soufriere await a date for their murder case to be retried.
Herbert and Loretta Xavier and Manuela Williams are on bail after the Eastern Caribbean Court of Appeal set aside a sentence last year, citing a clear miscarriage of justice. The murder accused were sentenced to 15 years imprisonment in 2012 for the murder of their brother Harrison Williams in 2010. Their attorney Don Yearwood told Channel 5 News on Tuesday the case is expected to be retried during the January criminal assizes. They were arraigned again at the High Court in the January assizes. Yearwood says the legal team is waiting for the Director of Public Prosecution to retry the matter. Director of Public Prosecutions Evelina Baptiste says many factors have to be considered, including whether defense and state lawyers are prepared for the matter and the availability of witnesses. She says in some cases tentative dates are scheduled for matters, but she says if all the systems are not ready for the matter to go ahead, it may have to be traversed.
In more police news, 3 men have been charged and remanded to the state prison for possession of firearms, ammunition and drugs.
Kelvin Alexander of Grand Bay, Shane Graham and Jumadine Mark of Maho were remanded to the state prison on Monday, February 9, following their arrest on Sunday, February 1. The 3 men were apprehended in Port Cassay following their involvement in the robbery of Leroy Samuel of Woodford Hill. The men allegedly burglarized the home of Samuel and beat him severely before leaving with jewelry. The police drug squad found ammunition, firearms, loaded firearms, jewelry and drugs on their vehicle after disabling them in Port Cassay. The 3 men are expected to reappear in court on Monday, the 23rd of February, 2015.
This is Channel 5 News. More after the break.
Shopping is a lot easier with Courts Ready Finance. Choose what you want from our wide range of quality products and we take care of the rest. Courts Ready Finance's affordability means there's no deposit. There's no need for a lump sum of cash. It's flexible, which means you choose your payment term and you're guaranteed the lowest monthly payments anywhere. Best of all, it's easy. Easy to get and easy to pay. Shop at Courts today and get what you want hassle-free. Courts Ready Finance. Easy, affordable, flexible.
When life moves fast, you need something to keep up with you. That's why you need the MyLime app. Remember the days of lining up to top up your phone? Well, not anymore. Now you can top up to start talking the night away. How about those pesky bills for postpaid? If you'd like to look at your entire bill, press download. Do you have that friend that always spams you for phone credit? Let's send them some credit. Need to post your selfies online? How about getting a data bolt on? Using the MyLime app takes less than 10 seconds. Now go forth and text, WhatsApp, and watch videos. My life, my way, MyLime.
White dog with anything. Only white dog. White dog with anything. Only white dog can beat it. It's calling. I'm eating. It's calling. Only white dog can beat it. It's calling. I'm eating.
White oak. When it pours, you reign.
Strong preparation. Strong concentration. Strong teamwork. Strong nerve. Strong performance. Strong oil. Volkswagen recommends Castrol Edge, our strongest oil. Castrol, it's more than just oil, it's liquid engineering.
Beauty-Wise on Hanover Street in Roseau carries a wide assortment of wigs and weaves, including Brazilian or Malaysian hair and Indian Remy in various lengths and styles, and Expression and 100% Canicolon for all your braiding needs. Beauty-Wise offers hair products from African Pride, Revlon, and hair clippers for men in quality brands like Wall and Andes. Come to Beauty-Wise for your intimates, hosiery, personal hygiene, and salon products, and a wide array of accessories in gold and silver. Beauty-Wise, the wise one-stop shop for beauty supplies.
The right room temperature is essential for a good night's sleep, and your broken AC unit is making matters worse. You toss and turn all night, and fanning is not the answer. It's time to end your nightmare. Come to Tong Refrigeration Center at Foncollet, where we meet all your air condition needs. Tong Refrigeration Center also provides a range of parts, including circuit boards, compressors, capacitors, coil, gas, and more. Visit Tong Refrigeration Center at Foncole today. Now you can sleep in comfort.
Thank you for staying with us. Dominica will be the first island in the Caribbean to launch a pilot program at 2 schools facilitated by Child Fund Caribbean.
Child Fund Caribbean has secured over $90,000 in support of the Child Assault Prevention Program, CAP, from the Government of Canada and UNICEF. Representatives of the International Center of Assault Prevention, ICAP, are in Dominica to conduct a 3-day training session for parents, teachers, and students.
They have 30 years experience. They're headquartered in New Jersey in the USA, and they work with either community-based people who work in development, non-government organizations, and sometimes with government to conduct training so that we can help avoid, reduce, and resolve conflict, assault issues in the school environment and in the home environment.
Operations Director of ICAP, Cheryl Moster, will be facilitating the training session from February 11 to 13. Program Manager of Child Fund Dominica, Jelena Fontaine, says the training will help the team develop a core facilitators.
Once the training finishes, we're going to practice in Roseau Primary, in Goodwill Primary. That's why they're here to visit and get a feel for the school environment on the island. And once we go into the schools, we're going to try to get as many of the children's parents as possible, all the teachers and school administration, all the students to train. If you look at their manuals and their training kits are copyrighted, and if you go through it, it's a lot of role plays they use that can happen to children in real life, or between children and among children, adults, and other kids. And so they use that to teach children lessons for self-protection. And to help them to figure out how their brothers and sisters are people that they should not harm.
Fontaine says over a period of a year, they will establish a core team that will be able to train other people to do the work.
And a pageant, which is considered a stepping stone for potential Miss Dominica contestants, will be held on Thursday.
The Miss Dominica State College Mass Jamboree is the last pageant to be staged on the National Carnival calendar. The 7 contestants are vying for, among other things, paid tuition for completion of her time at the DSC. The contestants in order of appearance are Carla Henry, Sharika Winston, Tamika Balson, Brianna Vidal, Chantal George, Cherise Fabian, and Alwina Thomas. The DSC pageant will take place at 5 o'clock Thursday afternoon at the Windsor Park Stadium.
As a state college, we recognize that the Carnival Committee was having difficulties with getting young women for the Miss Dominica, so we decided that the state college was our responsibility to get to produce the young women for the Miss Dominica pageant. And we have done so successfully. We haven't had a winner yet. Last year, Miss Octavia Prosper, one of our Miss Jamboree, came third. And then we had somebody who came first runner-up, I can't recall the name now. And also, we had someone who won Best Talent, Miss Joseph, a couple years ago.
The ladies will be judged in introduction, talent, thematic wear, evening wear, and question and answer rounds. They are also competing for a People's Choice Award. The contestants with the most likes on the Miss DSC Mass Jamboree Facebook page will win that award. Voting closes at midnight on Wednesday. The 6th annual pageant is an aspect of the College Mass Jamboree event, which features bouyon and calypso performances.
Louis and Graham is next with our Chit Chat.
Joining us on Chit Chat tonight is Wadix, who's going to tell us about the final Stardom tent. Wadix, tell us what we are to expect tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night will be the grand finale. That's where we crown the Stardom monarch of the tent, the one who have excelled the valedictorian, and we have the 20 best going after the reigning monarch of the tent, that's Chris B. And that person will be crowned by the reigning Miss Dominica, Miss Odessa Eli. We are very pleased and privileged to have her in our presence tomorrow night. We also have invited a few guests from the other tent, that is the Mass Camp. And they include the reigning King Dice, Also the Young Bulls, Sharis D, the Bob, and the Bupley as we try to fudge that integration in terms of Calypso in Dominica. And we have also invited Steel Pan, Lapo Cabwit, and to climax the evening, especially for our visitors and those who want to stay on a little, after the crowning of the Stardom Monarch of the 10th, Triple K Global will bring up the end and will climax where Bouillon meets Kaiso. So tomorrow night promises to be the grand finale where we invite everyone who have attended and who haven't been to the Stardom 10th to come and enjoy real carnival.
So Maddox, tell us, where is this event going to take place?
Cicero Hotel, 8:30 p.m., only $30.
So there's also something called the People's Choice. Tell us about that.
The People's Choice, where we invite patrons to text their choice, the Stardom Calypso choice, to 55556, because you know that Stardom have had 15 finalists, 7 into the finals. The song that you enjoyed the most, you text that particular song to 5556. A winner will be crowned, entitled the People's Choice.
Wonderful. Well, you heard it here on Chit Chat. Sports is next with Gavin Richards.
First up, some cricket news. The West Indies manager Sir Richie Richardson says the team will bounce back following their heavy defeat by 9 wickets to England on Monday in the opening World Cup warm-up match. Richardson says the results are disappointing but feels that the West Indies can recover. The West Indies will face Scotland in their next warm-up match on Thursday.
Well, first warm-up game for the 15 World Cup. Obviously not a very good start, but it's not about the start, it's about the finish. And we are obviously disappointed with our performance today. And we will review and we will come back. And our plan is to gradually ease into the World Cup. We don't want to peak too early. We have prepared well. We've had a few days here in Sydney preparing. The guys have enjoyed the preparation. We've been working really, really hard. Performance tonight is no reflection of how we've been training or anything to do with the mood in the camp. It was just very strange that England got the better of us in that particular way. I know people might be wondering what's going on, but I can safely say that we have been playing well. The guys have been in a very good mood, and it's just one of these things. Hopefully, we won't see a performance like this again from us. Well, of course, we're not happy with that performance, but it has happened. What we've got to do is to, reassess our performance and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Meantime, former West Indies ODI captain Darren Sammy says no team can match up with the West Indies when they play at their peak. Sammy feels that once the team can click on all cylinders, they can prove to be an unstoppable force.
Nobody, no other team could match the way we play, the flair we have when we played well. So we intend to bring it, and I think when we go out and express ourselves, be relaxed and our mind is clear, and we go out on the cricket field and express that, we're at our best. So I've always, I know the captain Jason will encourage the guys to be yourselves, but be smart about it and execute properly. Those are the words that will be coming out for this World Cup. And like I said, nobody gives us a chance, but we believe that we could make things happen here in this World Cup.
In more cricket news, the Windward Islands captain Liam Sebastian is happy with his team's showing as they crushed Trinidad in the WICB Regional 40 tournament on Monday. Opening batsman Tyrone Theophile and bowlers Kenroy Peters and Shane Shillingford played leading roles in the Windward's crushing win over the Trinidad and Tobago. Theophile scored 136 and Shane Shillingford picked up 7 wickets in the match as the Windwards coasted to the innings and a 148-run win.
We're very happy with the all-round performance that the team gave. I thought it was a complete team effort in batting and bowling, in scoring 400 and declaring. Obviously that's going to put the opposition under pressure, but it was a little bit worrying when we had so much time lost to rain. But I thought that the bowlers did an excellent job, as they have been doing throughout the season and throughout the years gone by, to bowl our team. So it's just happy to see how the batting unit batted and to put that total on the board. So we're hoping now we can get many more scores like that going forward. or the same sort of batting effort and determination that the guys had in terms of the last game, because that's what's going to be needed if we have to challenge for the trophy, as we said. So going forward, we just have to keep doing the things that we're doing, keep practicing hard, keep believing in each other, and just come against Jamaica fighting hard. I just have to keep getting points as we go along. We got 20 points out of the game. We got full bowling and batting points as well as victory. So obviously going to St. Vincent to play against Jamaica, we're looking for the same effort and the same intensity in terms of getting as many points as possible. And Jamaica lost, which brings us closer to them. So I think they're on 53 and we're on 46. So we're not far away. We just have to keep winning games and keep picking up as many points as possible if we have to challenge for the championship.
On to some basketball news, where Javi Bellot went for over 50 points as the Pierre Charles Secondary crushed the Dominica Grammar School in the first match of the secondary schools under 20 Boys Basketball Championship organized by the Sports Division at the DGS grounds on Monday. The PCSS won that match 89-29. Top scoring for Pierre Charles Secondary were Javi Bellot, who scored 52 points, had 7 rebounds and 4 steals. Cliff Bellot scored 16 points, had 12 rebounds and 5 steals. While for the Dominica Grammar School, Norton Vidal scored 9 points and had 5 steals, and Nathan Sebastian 5 points and 12 rebounds. In the school's volleyball, there were wins for the Dominica Grammar School, the Castlebrew Secondary and Pierre Charles Secondary girls teams as action continued in the Sports Division Secondary Schools volleyball competition. The DGS won over the Wesley High School girls 3-0, 25-15, 25-9 and 25-19. Castlebrews beat the Portsmouth girls 3-2, and the Pierre Charles Secondary School beat St. Martin Secondary School 3-0, and also the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School beat the Goodwill Secondary School 3-0. In the boys division, Castlebrews the PCSS, beat Castlebrews 3-0, and the Dominica State College edged out the ITSS 3-2. On the football news, some 9 matches on the cards before the DFA takes the small break for the carnival celebrations.
9 matches are scheduled this week in the National League of the Dominica Football Association. In the Division 1 League today, Tuesday, Wacky Rollers will take on Starry and St. Joseph at the Dubla playing field at 6 p.m. While in a doubleheader at the Buffet State playing field, Malta India Harlem United will come up against RIC Kensborough at 5 p.m. to be followed by Collio versus Kinsfield Football Club at 7 p.m. In another doubleheader at the Buffet State playing field on Wednesday, Dasper Porters will battle All Saints at 5 p.m. While at 7 p.m. it will be Nemesis United versus Jays Limited Grand for Young Boys. And on Thursday, Itafi United will take on East Central at 6 p.m. at the Dibla playing field. While in a doubleheader at the Buffet State playing field, Bafford Ambassadors will come up against Gawley Dream Team at 5 p.m. to be followed by Trafalgar Football Club versus ACS Tarish United at 7 p.m.
That's all the time for sports. Join us next time. I'm Gavin.
Coming up next, a look at your weather.
Thanks for joining us this evening for tonight's weather broadcast. I am your presenter, Malaika Laron. Taking a look at earlier satellite imagery, which showed mostly high-level clouds which moved across the region today. No shower activity was observed on radar imagery today. Tonight, the weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy. Tomorrow, the weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with a few scattered showers expected mainly during the morning period. Sea conditions are expected to be moderate with waves peaking near 7 feet. Weak unstable conditions will produce an increase in cloudiness and scattered showers on Thursday with a relative improvement expected by Friday. For the rest of the Caribbean, expect fair to partly cloudy skies with a few scattered showers. International cities forecast: partly cloudy skies is expected in New York, clear skies in Miami and Beijing, overcast conditions is expected in London, and thunderstorm activity in Caracas. The sun will rise tomorrow at 6:32 a.m. and will set at 6:08 p.m. For more information, contact us at 447-5555 or visit our website at weather.gov.dm. Thanks for viewing. Have a good night.
To end the news, the headlines again. The lineup for this year's Calypso final has been announced. The Minister for Agriculture reassures a national abattoir is on track, and Child Fund Caribbean to launch a pilot program at 2 of Dominica's schools. Send your questions and comments to news@marpin2k4.com. For instant access to the news, you can download the Turn Up 767 app. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching.